مخاطبای فوتبالچی سلام. امروز با یه مصاحبه جذاب از گولسیانی مدافع وسط گرجستانی پرسپولیس اومدیم. گولسیانی از راز قهرمانی پرسپولیس و دلیل گل زدنش به تیم‌های بزرگ و اون روز وحشتناک جلوی الدویل قطر برامون گفته. بریم با هم مصاحبه رو ببینیم.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Gولسیانی. It's great pleasure and honor for us to be here. And at first, thanks for your hospitality. And let's talk about the Persepolis. As you know, after ups and downs, you have been through the first part of the season. Suddenly, Mohammadi resigned and left the club, and it was replaced by Osman. How do you see the situation? How do you see the rest of the season?
First of all, thank you very much to visit me here and for your attention. Well, we won last year the championship, the cup, super cup. We were a successful team, and everyone waits and thinks and they have such feeling that we have to be every time champion and to win everything. I know, and we understand such responsibility. Yahya is a great coach, but in all coach career have some time that when they are thinking that they already did their best and it's time to leave. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that Yahya step back or something. It's just a consequence. It's just a situation that we totally agree. We totally stand with him. And Osmar is a young coach. It is his first opportunity to show himself. He's potentially a very good coach. He has nice vision also, and I hope that he can do and bring some new fresh energy in the team, because this is a great team, really. I can say that the atmosphere inside the team, the atmosphere and energy that's coming from the supporters, it's really something special. So you need to, you need to organize that energy and to, energy from the fans and atmosphere from the team and the level of the players and the correct vision will bring the results.
And now we are in the middle of the season, and Persepolis has just 2 points away from Istiqlal and Sepan. How do you predict the rest of the season? Would you get back the top of the table at the end of the season?
Nobody knows what will be in the future, but I know that we have ability for this. I know we have ability. You know, in Iran, every time is stressful. I mean, when you are a football player or a coach, imagine now if you think like with a cold mind, how many critics we listen about our former coach, about Yahya, but it's a football also, it's normal, because one time like yesterday you won maybe everything, but today one time you lose. Nobody remember that. Thanks for yesterday, but we need result tomorrow. It's a kind of a spirit of the football. So Persepolis can be champion, can win everything. We have such ability. We believe this. So most important thing is to find what is our problem, to solve it as soon as possible, and to step by step to improve ourselves.
And this belief and spirit would be good news for Persepolis fans. And last season, as you said, maybe that was one of the best results of the history of Persepolis. You won everything. And as you probably remember, before Nowruz, Persepolis lost a game in Azadi Stadium against Sepan, and that period of time it seemed that there is no hope for the rest of the season, and even sometimes there is a time that the distance between two teams become 7 points. What happened at that period of time that Persepolis finally could win all trophies?
It's a good question, because football is such kind of a game that even one sentence or one correct act can change everything. For example, I remember clearly what happened there. We lost the game, they were in front, but we had some conversation between each other. We told to each other that we need to win all the games from today, and if we win all the games from today, we can win everything. We told it, it's clear, true, everybody can prove it. But that speech was so natural, and that we believe it. Really, we went and we won all the games and we became the champion. And there was a possibility that Sepahan, if I don't mistake, they had a game against Malawan.
Yes.
And the last second they received the goal.
Yes.
So imagine
That's
football is a
so
1 second.
crucial in the
Yeah, it's a football. For example, last night I was watching Iran national team also, and today everybody is how to say, feeling bad. Someone is saying that it's problem of the team, they don't play well, something like this. But imagine there was a last second, and there was a possibility to score the goal when Jahanbach shoot. It's 1 second can change everything. So, but we are professional. We need to analyze more deeply. You know, some spectators, they are watching the game. If that goal was, for example, if that ball went inside the goal, they would be happy. They would say that Iran played well because of that 1 second. But deeply, if we analyze our performance, I mean, Persepolis performance, we had many problems in the. I have to accept it. We had many problems. I don't know how to say it. It's not every time easy. When you win everything, you have to come back again, and you have to continue again, and you have to have same motivation again. And besides, there are also many problems, you know. It's every time with you. So you have to be strong enough and do your best every time in the game.
And in my book, you had to do 2 consecutive winning against Istiqlal that was so crucial in your way in the last season. How to describe that games, and how was your emotion on that period of time? That you know, probably you know that that's so important for the fans, especially winning the derby against Istiqlal. Could you talk about it? Should I describe that part
یک
of the
کورنر
season?
میگیرن که هیجان بازی رو زیادتر میکنه. حالا صادقی باید از بازی بیرون بیاد. تابلو تعویض بالا رفته و به جاش میبینیم که شماره 3 وارد میدان میشه. شاید این تعویض باعث بشه قدرت سرزنی پرسپولیسیا بیشتر بشه. ضربه سر و گل! گل! باز هم گولسیانی گل مساوی رو میزنه. واقعا با قدرت سرزنی، با افزایش قدرت سرزنی، تیم پرسپولیس به گل مساوی میرسه.
I can tell you just one thing that for me as a football player and as a professional player, of course the derby is a special game. Of course I know how important it is for all the fans, but it's a normal game. You know, like strategically or the importance of the game or the hardness of the game is a normal game for me. I just can say that we were a better team. That's why we won against them, and that's why we won the league, and that's why we won the cup.
Yes.
Just because of this, we were a better team. Someone was saying, I don't know, every time there are some rumors, the referee is helping them, they are this, they are that, but it's totally
And
not true.
early minutes of the game, we probably remember that there was a moment between you and Mehdi. Istiqlal fans and Istiqlal coaches believe that that was the mistake of the referee, and they believe that that was a penalty. Honestly, would you, if you were, imagine if you were referee of that game, would you consider it as a penalty?
No, I will not consider, because all hand, as you know, is not penalty.
Yes.
So there are some rules that they are updating every year, because the hand situation is every time, how to say, under question mark. So some hand is a penalty, some hand is not penalty. But there are some clear rules. For example, I cannot tell you now all the details in which situation is a penalty or in which situation is not penalty. But for example, yesterday we saw the game. The guy had, the other player had hands like this, and it was a clear penalty. So referee watched the episode and he made such decision, and I agree the decision, it was a penalty. But in my situation, I was in a tackle, it was my hand, I could not control it, it was on the floor, the ball was not going in the goal. So behind me, as I remember, there was a defender also, it has, I think it has something to do with your decision. I mean, that situation, I think it was not penalty. I think so.
And as you said, some fans in Iran believe that Persepolis has been supported maybe by the government, by the referees, by the federation in recent years, and that was one of the main reasons that they get a lot of good results. They have won a lot of trophies. Would you believe it?
I tell you something now. When I came to Iran 7 years ago, I was playing in Zobahan, and from that time I was hearing this from some, I don't know, some fans, some newspapers, maybe some players. But I played against them. You know, it was the best team. It was the best team with who I played 7 years ago. 6 years ago I played also. 5 years ago I played. 4 years ago. 3 years ago. They were every time the best team. So I don't know, they help or they don't help, or it's not subject of my discuss. I'm just telling you that that team was strongest team who I ever played with in Iran, I mean. So with their energy, with their motivation, with their running, with their tactic, that's why they became champion. It's not fair if we say that referees help them. Why referees help them? I mean, why the referees didn't help to SLL, for example?
And especially where you were in the Sepahan, probably, especially Sepahan fans thought that Persepolis is supported by did you feel anything when you play against Persepolis, especially Sepahan, because Sepahan, generally Sepahan is one of the favorite teams to being champion in Iran. Did you feel something when you play against Persepolis?
To tell you the truth, no, I never felt it. But Sepahan, you know, Sepahan was a great team when I was there. Now is also a very nice team. But something there is that they are missing. We were missing also. We were every time near to catch the championship, but Persepolis every time was winning. I don't know, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And every time in the end, they were first.
You played in both clubs. What was the main difference about esprit, history, quality? What's your opinion about it?
It's a hard question, you know, it's a hard question because I respect too much also Sepahan. I have spent there 3 years. It's a great team, great atmosphere also was there when I was there. But to be truth, the only difference what I can say is the energy and the winner mentality. Because when I came here, because I remember that when I was in the Sepahan, there was for example, some situations sometimes in the dressing room that would never happen in Persepolis, you know. It was more unity here. We were and we are more united to each other, you know. We are kind of a real family. I mean, there is so huge politeness between each other, so huge respect between each other, that the first day I say it, and not only you are interviewing me, there are some Georgian newspapers and some Georgian journalists are asking me that question, what is the difference? So every time I'm saying this small difference that makes the sense. This is the difference.
That would be great explain and answer to all football fans in Iran. And let's talk about maybe about your worst night during your career in Persepolis. At the last days of Asian Champions League and against Al-Duhai, you lost your penalty and Persepolis couldn't go to the next round, and maybe there are some controversial things after that. What was the fans' reaction? That was the first time that you lost your penalty, especially in Persepolis shirt. What was the reaction of your teammates, your fans, Persepolis fans?
First reaction, what I remember is that our coach came and hugged me, and it was the first step, and it was very important for me, and thanks for this act. It's really, I respect it. The football players and our teammates, they were standing with me every time, of course. They respect me too much, and I respect them also. And the fans, I was expecting that maybe they will, I don't know, they will put me in the ground and they will bury me. But to tell you the truth, there was no aggression. You know, they understand because they remember maybe that before one missed penalty, I scored many goals for them also. And technically, everyone can miss the penalty, you know. Technically, I made a mistake in that case because I changed my style, you know. I changed the style how I shoot every time. All the penalties I shoot in different style, and that penalty was only one that I did not look goalkeeper until the end. You know what I mean? I was thinking that it is too important. Now I need to score 100%. I cannot risk, so I need to make a little bit power. I was not planning to shoot that high, but the ball also makes sense because the ball in Asia and our ball that we play in the league are totally different. It makes sense. All the details are important in football. I'm not saying that because this I missed, but all the details. I was not nervous at all, but my decision to shoot in that style, it was incorrect for me. I'm not saying that in another way, maybe I could miss also another way, but I have to say I cannot forget this. I cannot forget because I betrayed my style, you know, that I work every day one style and I choose different style in that particular game, unfortunately.
And after that game, you published something on your official page in Instagram, and it seemed that you had a complaint about someone that is in the club, and it seems he revealed your letter about payment, delay payment on media, and honestly, has your problem has solved in recent weeks? It seems you had a complaint about the officials or managers of the club.
No, let me explain you the situation. You know, some people maybe they are not speaking about this, but as the people knows, I'm very honest guy, so I'm telling there is nothing to hide. There was a huge delay of the payment. So there are the families standing behind us that we are responsible for the fan that who is watching in the television and he saw that Georgi missed a penalty and he can say some bad words to him. It's easy for him, you know, but for us it's a hard life, not easy life. Someone thinks that we have maybe a very comfortable life and we are very rich or something like this, but it's not like this in my case, for example. So there was a delay and I really sent a letter 2 weeks earlier than this game, you know, but there was no reaction at that time, and that information that I sent later to the club was spread after that penalty. So the aggression against me became double.
You feel that someone wants to?
No, it was
the
I mean the thematic of and the title of this subject was that Georgi missed the penalty, and now he in the morning next morning he went to the club and he complained, where is my money, like this. So, but what is the problem, you know? I don't blame I'm not director, not president or someone, because I'm asking them who is spreading the information from your club. We don't know, they are telling me. You know? They also don't know who is spreading the information. This is for me the biggest problem, because when a family is a family, our secrets or our job or our conversation must stay between us. You know, the family have problems, but family problems solve their problems themselves. But I don't know. You know, I send letter, someone knows. I send something, someone knows. I say something, someone knows.
And maybe that was one of the main problems during recent years in Iran. And again, after that game, you published a picture that one of the fans asked your shirt, and you published that picture. And did you find you wanted to give your shirt to him or maybe her? And did you find him?
Yeah, I find no. By the way, I think one of our office security officer find this guy for me. He brought him in the stadium from one place, I don't remember, Karaj. From Karaj he came. So I was very happy, and that guy was for me, I have to say, like a sad guy, you know, he's a baby, but a sad face he had in the photo and in the life as well. So I was very happy because that 10 seconds or that 1 minute that he has communication with me and I gave him my t-shirt, he was so happy, you know. So I mean, because I was also unhappy because of what happened against Al Duhail game. But that moment for me, how to say, refresh all the bad things what was before.
You have been one of the most popular player of the Persepolis, and let's get back to the last year. You scored twice in the first leg against Istiqlal, and probably you know that even a lot of superstars and famous players in Iran, like Ali Dai, Karim Bagheri, Mahdavi Kia, couldn't score twice in a game against Istiqlal, and you did this great achievement last year. How was the reaction of fans? I mean, in the street, what was it? Had it changed the reaction of fans? You were the champion of Persepolis of that, and you rescued the team from the defeat. You scored a late goal.
You know, unfortunately, that game was without spectators. So, and there was some problems in Iran at that time, and nobody had time for. I think to behave to say me something. You know, I didn't feel any change, but I understand that it was so important for them to score 2 goals against Iran in the derby game. For me, I was very happy, of course, that I could not say that it was a normal game, and it is not different when you score a goal against Istiqlal or against Paykan. Of course, it doesn't matter. And I'm happy if it's good achievement.
And you're a specialist to scoring against big teams and in crucial moments. For example, you scored against Istiqlal, you scored against Sepan in Isfahan Cup. And what was the mystery? Concentration. What you can? My idea, you can perform well in crucial moment of the game. And what's the mystery?
سخت خواهد کرد گولسیانی برای سپاهان. گولسیانی میزنه و بازم گل 4 رو هم میزنه. علیرغم تلاش نیازمند و تاثیرگذاری اون روی توپ، حالا گل 4 رو هم میزنه پرسپولیس.
If I can say now, you can also tell me that it was crucial moment against Al Duhail that I missed penalty, but I don't know. You know, I am playing without fear. I don't have any fear. I'm not afraid of any opponent, and I'm playing with my heart. This is my answer only, and short answer, and it's correct answer.
خب مرسی که ما رو تماشا کردیم. اگه از این ویدیو خوشتون اومد باید بهتون بگم که این ویدیو یه بخش دومم داره که به زودی واسهتون آماده میکنم. لایک و کامنت و سابسکرایب یادتون نره. تا یه ویدیوی دیگه مراقب خودتون باشین.